Alright, hi Internet.
Hi, Internet.
We are back playing more Go Nippon, my first trip to Japan. And let's see, I think we've been to like 2 or 3 different places in Japan now. Let me go to my...
I think we've been to
Oh, right, and we had the whoops boobs.
But those are the most forbidden kind and the best kind.
Also, I just noticed this. Oh wow, there's also quick saves. I forgot that those happen. But I just noticed there's like 10 folders. You can have 50 save games for this.
Why would you? How? What? I don't think
each branching path.
Yeah, I know all those varying endings based on all the decisions you make in this game.
There could be an exponential number of endings.
I know. It's just, there's so many choices, so much varied gameplay. And just so many moments that you want to relive. Okay, so let's see. Load.
One of Nate's housemates told me the Final Destination 3 DVDs, you would get a choice, and then it would play out the scene a little different, but have literally the exact same ending. Like, if you say, like, one guy should win the coin toss to go on the roller coaster, then it doesn't actually matter.
Huh. So just notice there's this...
Actually, that may actually be kind of clever, given the whole premise of the idea of you can't fight fate of the Final Destination stuff, so...
I think you're attributing more, proficiency to them than they deserve.
Look...
Like, this isn't a Kubrick movie.
As much or as little credit as I wish.
Yeah, Kubrick didn't make this movie about, 2 girls getting fried in tanning beds.
Look, I'm just saying, it may, there may have been somebody who thought it, who decided, is like, God damn it, on this crappy extra thing that some committee wants on the DVD, I am going to make something clever out of it.
I'm going to add some artistic integrity to this.
And do as little work as possible.
That is the best kind of artistic integrity.
I didn't really notice how annoying that bow is on this girl.
This?
Like, it's not at the neck, it's really awkwardly placed.
Yeah, no, it's there to highlight her boobs.
It's sort of there, it doesn't actually tie anything together. It's
yeah, no, it is entire. Also, I just noticed her hair constantly floats in a breeze that does not exist as we are inside.
Maybe there's a fan. Like, I know a lot of Japanese homes don't have, like, AC.
And also, they made, I think we talked about this briefly, but they put her in a baggy sweater that somehow is still tight enough to show off her boobs.
Yep. Yeah. Well, because the
women's clothes are like that.
The baggy sweater says I'm modest, but,
Although I guess it's because she's doing these really, like, impossible anatomy things. She's like, her arms are like... Yeah. That's not how arms work.
Also, she literally... I don't think she has any poses that don't accentuate her boobs.
Yeah, I don't know. If you find one, like, comment, and subscribe. And we will add an annotation to the video.
Will we? Will we really?
Yeah, no, I will. I hold myself to this promise.
This is our promise to you as customers.
We here at Drunken Ugly LTD value all of our customers. Oh man. Oh, Akira's still asleep. We gotta go wake her up. Is this gonna be the Akira boobs day? Yeah.
It's like the 3rd day.
It's the 3rd day? I thought it was the 4th day.
It said day 3 when we started. I don't think it counts the day we arrived.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, no, fair enough. We're right, we only have 6 places we can visit. Oh no, I don't
even still.
I don't know what's gonna happen if I go in her room while she's asleep. I gotta...
Okay, what is the sister doing? Like, why would you be like, hey, my sister's still asleep?
The room with the
Instead
open
of
door.
me going in,
Whoops.
why don't you go, stranger? That just.
Oh, it's not as gratuitous.
I don't know. There's some camel toe there.
I hope this girl's like 20 or older.
You know she's not. Oh, we're all going to jail.
God damn it. This is what I go wait for. After everything else I did.
It'll be this, in the end it'll be Go-Go Nippon.
Oh, and then she punched him so hard he flew outside. Oh, this is wacky.
Yep.
No.
Here's a question: do you think Big Sister is dumb or a jerk for that? Which one?
I don't know. You ever think maybe she's into it?
Yeah.
Knowing the writing of this game?
Into letting us peep on her little sister?
I don't know. You're asking to get in the mind of the guy that made this.
I suppose.
Let's not do that.
No, it's not entirely her fault. It's entirely your fault for telling us to go do it instead of doing it your damn self.
Yeah, no, this is your house.
Wake up your own. It's your house. Wake up your own damn sister.
Oh.
Yeah, that smile with that explanation.
Yeah.
She totally knew exactly what she was doing. God damn it.
He's freaking coffee.
This coffee is full of salt.
It's one of those iced caramel mochas. Oh man, so Tsundere, Kawaii Desu.
My heart condition.
I need my medicine.
That was another bad visual novel.
Let's go to the 24/7 market.
What visual novel?
Katawa Shoujo. The main character has a heart condition.
Oh, right.
And as far as movies with heart conditions go, I prefer Crank.
Crank or Crank 2?
Here you go, Kevin.
I think the second one I liked better.
Drunk and Ugly needs to make a visual novel inspired by Crank. Clearly.
I would totally do that.
How would you do that? And how would it be better? How would it compare to the film?
It's like an adventure game. You have a little meter indicating your heart's charge, that is your time.
Oh,
and then you have an overall goal, but you also have these sub goals where you have to find ways to charge yourself.
Yeah.
So, in order to keep going, so you have enough time to finish the game.
Right. Oh.
Exactly. It's imagine like, you know, Jason Statham done up in like Frank Miller style. That'd be awesome.
This Telltale. I know you watch this channel make this game.
Get it done.
I'll pre-order it.
Apparently that's how you go in katakana. Hiragana.
Ooh.
That's just ooh. Oot.
Yeah.
Is that the small Tsu?
I think that's the small Tsu, so it's just indicating it like keeps going.
Oh man.
I wonder how well salt, like a lot of salt, would dissolve in a coffee. I mean, I guess it's mostly water, so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What? I wouldn't accept the second fucking coffee.
I just drank all that coffee.
I just drank all this salt coffee.
Also, this is another reason you should always take your coffee black. Did you know that the smell of coffee is a palate cleanser for your nose?
Did not.
Okay, oh yeah, so it is only day 3. So we have Asa
4 more places to go.
Asakusa, Akihabara, Ikebukuro, and Ginza. I only know
Akihabara is the only thing I know, like, the only one of those I know anything about, because I know it's like the nerd culture central, basically.
Got all the toy stores and video game and manga and all that stuff.
Otherwise, I've heard of all the other ones, but I don't remember much about them.
Alright, well, it looks like Aka's,
those, like, shrines and
it's
stuff.
Cultural Center, that's a city, and that's a city.
Yeah. Ikebukuro looks like it might be more like a shopping district,
yeah,
maybe?
except Shibuya was the... No, Shibuya was the... I mean, I guess it's a big city. There's, you know, we got a lot of shopping districts.
Probably.
Yeah.
You don't just have, like, Michigan Avenue or Fifth Avenue. Really, it all seems to be avenues. So we want to do Ikebukuro then?
Sure.
Alright.
Yeah, sounds fun to me.
Alright, let's do it. It's weird that it keeps moving my mouse.
Yeah, that is strange. I thought it was just lagging a little.
No, it just moves my mouse after I click something. And if I select something with the arrow keys, it moves my mouse to that location.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Also, I just noticed there's a skip button, and I don't know why you click that.
It's what it is if you are replaying through a visual novel, the skip button is usually programmed to function so that it skips dialogue. It skips dialogue and scenes you've already read.
That's
so if you want to just skip to new,
or it skips you to the next choice.
Now I wonder if that can...
it usually doesn't instantly skip you, but it's basically a little super fast forward you through everything.
Right. So that makes me wonder if this is like a generic visual novel engine, or if there are actually, like, choices in this game.
Yeah. Huh.
Like, does this turn into, like, a visual novel dating sim at some point? Or is it just, like, that's just there because that's what's...
Just an element of it because most Japan fans couldn't absorb this level of information without an anime coding.
Apparently. We spent $1.86.
Yeah, Japan's cheap. I'm gonna try to go there tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. You never spend...
I got like 20
yeah,
bucks.
You never spend more than $20 a day. And that was when we went and got Japanese pizza, which was $12.
Yeah.
Alright, and she wears the tour guide uniform that it says JPN.
The second busiest travel destination.
It's funny.
Is the first where all the weird stuff is?
Huh. You think the second yeah, no, that's curious. I like that I want to think that this guy has to come from a rural place, because his first instinct upon going anywhere in Japan is like, there's so many people here. Just look at them.
I mean, to be fair, almost most of the places in the world you could come from won't be as densely packed as Tokyo.
It's true.
I suppose.
It's true, but he says that about every place
He's so
he goes
impressed.
to.
Yeah.
Although then again, he was impressed by fucking convenience stores.
I don't know how he bought a plane ticket.
Because you can buy them on the internet.
Yeah, but how did he get there? Did he call a taxi?
He used the app that calls taxis. I don't remember what it's called.
It's not like you can ask a friend to drop him off.
He clearly had some city friend of his who he knew who ended up being an attractive girl, and he never realized, come pick him up and then dropped him off, and they had awkward and flirty car ride down.
Yeah, no, he had his attractive. No,
Yeah,
it's his attractive friend who he never has a chance with because they were friends in grade school. The childhood friend she's the one that drives him. So editor's note: Duri is a Japanese suffix meaning street, or maybe it's doori. I don't know.
Dori.
Huh.
There's so many people. Just look at all the people. It doesn't.
As scary as the prospect of even more people is, I'd kind of like to see it.
This doesn't look that crowded though. This is like.
Not really.
This is like pretty. There's people walking down the street where the cars go.
I mean, that might just be a big pedestrian spot or like
possible.
an alley. But
yeah, because I guess it's brickwork, so yeah, it could just be like that's just how it's marked out. But yeah, no.
But all the same, yeah, you could walk all day and not actually like knock into somebody. That's hardly crowded.
Yeah, no, it's like it's I'll say it's like it looks about as busy as like a city. Oh man, this is where all the manga artists live apparently. Manga? I love manga. Have you ever heard of Tezuka? Zach? What's Tezuka Osamu?
Tezuka Osamu, I believe, is the guy who did. You would know most of him for Astro Boy.
Oh, okay.
The god of manga.
Suddenly we again noticed the demographic of this game when like they mention something about anime or a manga and suddenly the guy knows a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's ever going to leave Japan. Is that the plot twist?
I guess we'll find out in like 4 more days.
I'm hoping it's a Groundhog's Day plot twist where you get to the end of your time in Japan and then you wake up, it's in the first day again, and it's all about how after being trapped in Japan for like the equivalent of hundreds of years.
No, except it's like Groundhog Day plus Memento. Because every day he wakes up, he's just as impressed by the Japanese bed.
God damn it! No.
So we're Groundhog Day was about Bill Murray becoming a better person. This one's about this guy being less of a fucking weeaboo.
Except he never gets there.
The world gets stuck in a loop forever.
He despairs when he realizes that because he's stuck in a time loop, all of the manga he's catching up on will never actually get new issues. Anything that's not already finished will never be finished. Left in suspense forever.
I don't...
What?
I just... this plot, it's just...
They had to have a way to say that there's like not a lot of public bathrooms, I guess.
Yeah.
But that part's true. You know, that's one thing I learned in Italy is that
Oh, there's even bathrooms at the 24/7.
Yeah, no, it's a very...
We're gonna get more praise for the konbini.
Man, these convenience stores sure are convenient. You know, it's funny.
I hope it turns out that they're sponsors or something.
You know, it's funny. Well, it's not even...
It would, but we haven't seen a specific brand, though. They've just been using... basically saying convenience stores.
And also a thing to note, like, there is a convenience store I pass every day, and sometimes buy things from every day on my way home from work, that I don't think they have a public bathroom.
Yeah.
They might not. If it's a really small place, they may only have a...
Yeah, especially the places that are just like a little booth in the pumps.
Also, I just noticed...
Okay,
I noticed the
I was seriously worried for a moment we'd have a scene at the bathroom, so I'm a little glad we skipped over that.
These bathrooms are so clean.
We already had a scene about how weird Japanese toilets are.
Yeah.
So, what did show...
But...
I don't remember what show...
One of Dad's friends actually ordered one. He has a Japanese toilet, but it's broken.
Oh, right, I forgot. If you click show photo, it pops up a thing in your web browser. There was a thing I was going to point out that the image they put on here that she's now covering up. There was a woman that was standing behind one of these pylons, but her foot was in front of it and on top of it. But then I fucked it up by clicking out of the window. Also, the thing that I learned about the thing I learned in Italy is that Italy has a lot of public bathrooms, but they have paid toilets. And one of the things is that there are some of them have turnstiles, some of them have actual attendants, and some of them are free, but people know that attendants stand there and know that tourists go to them and expect there to be attendants, so they just take your money and then leave.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
So yeah,
it sounds like a Ryanair. I mean, Ryan is desperately trying to become his namesake villain from BioShock, but
wait, is Ryanair the one that's that you can buy seats super cheap, but it's first come first serve?
Well, it's first come first serve. The baggage fees are ridiculous. I don't know if they ever went through with the plan to charge like $5 to use the toilet on the plane, but it's super cheap with lots of fees if you like step out of line even barely.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. But like the baseline price for a ticket is like what, $25?
I've heard even cheaper than that.
So basically, it's like an airline taking cues from banking, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much. Except banks don't necessarily offer cheap products either. They just kill you with fees too.
Well, yeah. That is certainly a very tall office building.
So Ryan's probably the most evil man who isn't a banker.
Also, for a crown jewel skyscraper, it's... You know, there's a thing, my grandfather was a mechanical and electrical engineer, and I remember one of the things he said is that he really liked, oh, that's why this building looks shitty, it was built in the 70s. But one of the things he said is he applauds anybody who builds a tall building in any shape other than a square, because it's a really complex thing to do that. A box. Now, one of the things is like there was like Mies van der Rohe and other architects of the 70s had this whole mentality that like, let's just make everything boxes. It's the simplest design and it's the most efficient use of space. And like, yeah, it's true. It's just it's really dull to look at.
Yeah, it looks like Soviet bloc housing.
Yeah.
So this was the best thing you could show us in this district was a skyscraper that was once but is no longer the tallest building in Japan.
Well, sure. I mean, when you go on trips, you like to. It's what people come back with on vacation. At least Americans, you know. I saw a tall building. The weather was like this. The toilet was like this. There were lots of people. That's what I learned about Japan.
See, now a Japanese vacation is similar, except instead of saying it, they just, you know, plug in their video camera.
Yeah.
Oh man, let's go in this office building. Okay, so it's like the Sears Tower.
Yeah, I think pretty much all big skyscrapers are like that. Although an aquarium would be.
Oh, that's actually impressive. Especially.
Oh God. I forgot that we're missing our eyes. You drew the entire rest of his face. Why did you not just give him eyes? I don't understand.
I don't know. I think that's...
I mean, some complex psychology thing where it's easier to project yourself on someone if you don't see their eyes.
He only ever wears a really tight, like, gray t-shirt. I think his hair changed since the last time, though.
Yeah, I thought it was sticking up last time.
Yeah, there was more of it. Also, I love this bossa nova going on here. But yeah, no, this is actually when you consider the like how much water they have to be able to cycle through here, and how that like means they need to actually be able to pump it up because they're probably taller than the water tower.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really say what floor they're on, but
on the top.
Yeah,
that's what she said. Is that the aquarium's on the top floor, which I was going to say seems like an incredibly inefficient place to put an aquarium.
I mean, I guess that's the thing, and I guess like also seeing that it's circular. This was probably a later addition.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it was, but still. I mean, I guess it's an inefficient thing to put anything on the top floor of a skyscraper, but...
Yeah.
That fish has a funny face.
Yep, it looks a little bit...
That's amazing.
Does it also not have eyes?
It's actually a flounder.
Crazon, if you're listening to this, draw this eyeless fish that looks like our main character. I demand it.
Oh, goodness. I don't think the fish... No, I don't think the fish comprehend where they are.
Oh my god, we invited a serial killer into our house.
Also, when it comes to...
That's the sound of regret.
Also, when you consider things like complex things, I think there's... Now, I think this is talking about, like, this is a city of excess, but, like, I think in Dubai there are, like, skyscrapers that have, like, full-on, like, swimming pools on top of them.
Oh yeah, the ones that hang over the edge with clear bottoms.
Yeah.
Those would scare me.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah.
I don't think a fish feels that much, really.
Yeah, I mean, if you do have like, if
it's well cleaned,
yeah,
and everything.
And these seem like big tanks, and I think the people that do this know how to like make it work correctly. And yeah, but like, I guess in that vein, like one thing I never considered is like there's like just apparently you should never actually put a fish in a fishbowl. Or never, like there's a whole, and yeah, I guess it makes sense. Like,
why don't you put a fish in a fishbowl?
Well, unless you change the water regularly and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of people that will put a fish in a fishbowl and like make it like a decoration, like they'll put it in a vase along with like a plant.
That's odd.
Oh yeah, I remember a thing where they were talking about banning those shoes that had fish in them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the fish just died?
Yeah, there's no way to feed them or anything. They're just decorations until they're corpses.
Yeah.
Then they're just morbid decorations.
I wonder if they even like break down. Like, I guess they're full of bacteria and stuff, but like, how long does that bacteria live? Do you eventually just end up with like scales and bones in there?
I imagine the motion, if nothing else, would eventually pull them apart, but I've never thought that much about fish in shoes.
I didn't actually think those were real shoes.
They're probably, like most weird things, not as prevalent as they are made out to be.
Well, I don't think they were ever made out to be particularly prevalent. If you're referring to the shoes I am thinking you are, those are like weird high-heeled boots that have goldfish in the heel.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. But like everybody in disco apparently had one.
Well, yeah, well, that was disco.
Well, you gotta love this rant aside about the morality of keeping pets.
Yeah. I guess they wanted to make really good use of this asset. Also, like, is it just me or does, like, Akira look completely different in this picture? Like, her facial structure is different, and, like, they got, like, her clothes and kind of her build right, but, like, something looks really off about her face.
I don't know. I'm probably not a good person to ask. I'm probably used to glossing over things like that when it comes to anime style.
Although then again, we're discussing whether or not the main character has like the same hair or has eyes.
Yeah.
He has eyebrows, which is interesting. Because I thought they were skipping out on the detail by putting the shadow across the top of his face.
Here's the thing, in most games that try and do this faceless protagonist sort of thing, what they do is they never show the main character they always show the main character from angles where his face is obscured either by hair or just by the angle and stuff, so they never really show his eyes a lot of times. I don't understand just not drawing the eyes on him.
I guess it's like an adherence to tradition without considering why.
Why it's tradition? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe he's just being played by Colin Farrell. Like, I'm not sure Colin Farrell has eyes, but to be honest.
Are you confusing Colin Farrell with French Stewart?
Oh, come on, we didn't see any penguins. You couldn't be asked to draw to give us some penguins, Go Nippon.
Yeah, no, we could have had it.
Don't just skip over the best part and then talk about it later.
I should have clicked show photo.
Yeah, Zach, do you go to aquariums to see the awkward fish instead of the predators? I guess we basically are all awkward fish, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Or awkward birds.
Alright, and on that note, we didn't get to see any penguins, but maybe we will next time on Go Nippon. Until then, good night, Internet.